Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. This is All You Do Is Win with Ty and Win. And this show, I'm going to give advice that people ask me. And it's going to be great advice. And we have my co host, Zach Busby.
Hey,
And he,
oh, I'm so sorry.
talk about yourself, dude. Go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to say hi and I'm hi. I'm really excited for the show.
Yeah, you know
I'm
your place.
I'm I'm the co-host. I'm Zach Busby.
Yeah, everybody, that's Zach Busby. He's pretty cool. So we're gonna give you advice. People been asking me advice, pretty serious advice. And it's our job to help people navigate life because life is very confusing. And there's a
Yes.
lot of tragedies,
Yeah,
right?
for the first time in history, there's tragedies. It's
Yeah,
happening all over the place.
yeah. There's coronavirus,
I was about to say coronavirus.
um, people with no self-esteem,
Yeah, I'm in that camp.
um, racial injustice.
Racial
Are,
injustice.
are you
Yes.
in that camp too?
What's that?
Racial injustice? Are you in
No,
that
I don't
camp?
think that my race could ever. I don't think that we've gotten our comeuppance yet, but we deserve it. And I don't think anyone's ever really technically been unjust towards us. I think a lot of people in my race have been whiny bitch babies about things they've been dealing with.
Oh, that's very honest.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. I don't think I felt any racial injustice being Asian. Maybe when I was little in middle school and high school.
hmm
But ever since then, people treat me like I'm you. Like
In
I'm
what
your
way?
skin partner. Um, like, you know, people open the door for me when I go
Mhm.
places.
Yeah, that happens to me, but I think that they do it because they don't think there's going to be enough room for both me and them because I'm a white set young boy. Um, but moving on, what are you drinking tonight,
What
Ty?
I'm drinking.
This
Tonight's
is,
show is sponsored by D Amor Amaretto.
mhm. And
Have you drank that?
for those that don't know, Diamore means D love.
Oh, wow.
hmm
That's way more romantic than I anticipated. So I'm gonna take a shot.
Okay.
Are you drinking too, Zach?
Yeah, I made myself a bit of a mixed drink this time. I've received a lot of feedback from people that were worried about how many eggs that I was putting in my drink for last week. I don't know. They kept saying the number was wrong, so I just increased it. This is just 6 egg yolks with a little bit of lemon juice and a splash of vodka.
Are you trying to gain weight?
Uh huh. Yeah, mostly in my hips. I feel like my hips could be a little bit wider set
Oh,
to match my other parts of my physique.
I mean, you want childbearing hips?
I want to, yeah, I want not only that, I want to appear pregnant at all times.
Um, okay, let's toast to that.
Oh, that's awful. Jesus fucking Christ. It tastes like breakfast,
Wow.
but breakfast that you ate at 3 a.m. off of a dirty plate at Denny's.
Wow. Mine's is the complete opposite. This shit is good.
Well, that's great, buddy.
Yeah, it's sweet with a little bit of peppermint taste, but not too sweet.
Mm.
Wow. You don't even have
Um,
to mix this.
mine tastes like eggs with lemon and vodka.
Mine's 21% alcohol.
Mine's over 80% egg.
Yuck.
Uh
That's
huh.
nasty.
Uh, but I call
Oh,
this drink the egg. I call it egg drink. It's
okay.
it is I'm gonna drink it because I don't have a lot of eggs around the house and I don't want to waste them.
Okay. So for our first segment of the show, I'm gonna let people know some news in Vietnamese,
Hmm.
Vietnam news. And while I'm reading the news, my assistant Zach is gonna translate it into English so y'all can understand.
Thank you
Because
for the promotion to assistant.
yeah,
I take that very seriously, and thank you.
dude, that because you understand Vietnamese. That's
Mhm.
why.
Well,
And the reason
I
why,
took a 2-week course.
yeah, but you nailed it. The reason
Hmm.
why, because I can't read Vietnamese and translate at the same time.
Hmm.
So that's why Zach here have a job.
Hmm.
All right.
Exactly.
Are you ready, Zach?
As ready as I'm ever going to be. Yes, sir.
All right. Translate it perfectly, okay?
Okay, here we go.
All right. Here's some news from Vietnam that came to today. Bóng bay và loa phóng thanh tiếp tục đốt quan hệ liên triều.
A Austin-based comedy web series launched last week, starring Ty Nguyen and his assistant Zach Busby.
Các nhà hoạt động Nam Hàn nói họ vừa thả bóng bay mang các nội dung tuyên truyền sang bên kia biên giới với Bắc Hàn.
It's become abundantly clear that Zach does not speak Vietnamese, and he has lied on his job interview and has not understood a single word of Vietnamese. I mean, if that's true, then how am I? Whatever. Keep going.
We set this all up.
I don't know the
Hàn,
translation for that.
Bắc Hàn rất giận dữ về việc thả bóng bay và Nam Hàn đã nỗ lực ngăn chặn các.
In other news, a herd of I think it's rabies infested birds have inhabited a small island off the coast of Costa Rica. These island birds have now opened up business and are starting a healthy competition with the superstore Walmart. That sounds interesting.
So who you think is gonna win, the bird or Walmart?
Well, I'm a big Hitchcock fan, so I'm going to say the birds.
Well, since I'm Asian, I'm a Walmart fan.
Is there a correlation there?
Cause everything in Walmart is made in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
There,
Chinese, but I'm very connected to Chinese people.
I'm very connected to our fans, and one of which have requested me to chug my egg drink. So if you want to continue with the show, I'm going to try to do what I think is actually physically impossible and chug this egg drink.
Well, let's see you do it.
Oh, I feel like if I burp, it's going to scramble them. Oh, shit. But is that all the news? Oh,
Yeah, that's all the Vietnamese news. Not enough stuff going on in Vietnam.
no, they had a report about us and then Costa Rica. It doesn't seem like they're. You got.
Are you okay, Zach?
Yeah, I'm great. I think a lot of some of that was fake news, and I hate saying that phrase. And the reason I hate saying that phrase is because it elicits certain emotions. But I do think that it was a slander hit piece on me and my translation skills, and quite frankly, it pisses me off.
Dude, that's okay. I forgive you. It's your first time doing this, so.
Well, technically, my second.
Your second? I
Well, I
don't even
did.
remember the first time.
It was last week.
Last week? You were there, right?
Yeah, I was there, and that was my first time. But this is my second time.
Oh, I must have had one too many drinks.
I think you did. I think we both did. I didn't have, according to my doctor, I didn't have enough eggs, though.
Yeah. Do you think Do you think this show is just an excuse for us to drink?
I don't need any excuses, but I welcome them. And yes, to answer your question, yes, I'll drink to
Okay.
that.
You remember how last week we said that we're gonna post on Facebook so people could ask us questions
Say that shit. Hell yeah, I do,
and we
dude.
can give them advice?
Mm-hmm.
Well, a bunch of people hit me up for advice.
Mm-hmm.
And like they need some major help, like some deep, serious advice.
That's what we're here for.
Um, I'm here for that, but some questions are just so deep that I would need your help.
Hey, I welcome the challenge.
Okay, the first question by Eric Jensen. His question is, what's the meaning of life?
Um, you go ahead and field that first, and then I'll come in. I have
Alright.
some ideas.
The meaning of life
Mm-hmm.
is to pursue whatever dream you had when you were a
A
baby.
baby.
Yeah, because as you start to grow older, people start putting stuff inside your head. What you need to
Exactly.
do,
Mm-hmm.
what education you need, how
Mm-hmm.
to become successful.
But
Well,
when you're a
you
baby, all
yeah,
your dreams are disassociated images because you have no context for them in a
yeah,
worldly way. So as we grow older, we start to associate meaning to people and symbols and objects and things. And
yeah.
whenever that happens, you get kind of lost in the minutia of it. But when you're a baby, you just
Mhm.
see like fuzzy circles and squares, and I think that's what we're supposed to be chasing. Is shapes.
Yeah.
That's why everybody says get into shape, get into shape. And then am I on to something?
You are onto something. You know the
Mhm.
Bible, right? In the Bible, it
Backwards
says
and forwards.
yeah, the kingdom is heaven
And hell.
is open to those that have the mind of a child.
That's why dogs get in for free. It doesn't cost any money for dogs to get into heaven.
That's why they make that movie, All Dogs Go
Dogs go
Heaven.
to heaven.
Yeah, they even make a sequel to further confirm that fact.
Yeah. And have you read Paradise Lost, the epic poem by John Milton that tells the
No.
story of Lucifer's fall from heaven into the Garden of Eden where he tempts Adam and Eve?
No.
I think there was a dog in that.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty
Uh,
sure.
mm-hmm.
All right. So you think we answered that question pretty thorough?
I
I
think we
think
might have
so.
over answered it.
Yeah, I think so too. So just to recap it,
Did you see
remember the dream you had when you were a baby.
exactly?
That's
And
when you were the
dogs.
most pure.
And
Yeah.
dogs go to heaven.
Uh,
Do you see that a viewer wants to know, and I'll ask this question to you as the viewer, but it won't actually be me. It'll be the viewer. Does that make sense?
yeah, that makes sense. I got you.
Okay.
All right.
A viewer wants to know,
Mhm.
how do you break it to your girl that you are into feet? And they didn't say this, but I think they mean in a sexual connotation, like you wanted to fuck the feet.
Um, when your girl come home
Hmm.
or like to wherever you are, have some ice cream already on your feet, and it has to be the ice cream that she likes. Like,
Hmm.
oops, I accidentally spilled this on my feet. What do I do now? I don't want to waste this ice cream. And
Hmm.
see what she does with it.
I think, furthermore, that's a really good point. I think there are a couple of ways you can approach this. Second one is she comes home. In this scenario, you guys are living together. You have the entire apartment or house with candles, but all the candles are wax feet. And she comes in and you say, pick a number between 1 and 9. They're all Quentin Tarantino movies. So you pick one of those, you guys watch them, and then you start rubbing her feet. You're like, you've had a long day doing. In this scenario, she works for the UN, and she probably resolved a lot of problems in like Yugoslavia, Uganda, and then just tell her you want to fuck her feet. See what she
Uh,
says.
you know, girls that they do like very hard public work, like you say in Uganda. Those
Mhm.
girls are like into feet.
Oh, I don't know that for sure. I would hate to because we have a lot of viewers in Uganda. I would hate to single any of them out that don't like feet. But yeah, maybe Ty, maybe
Yeah.
maybe people in Uganda like to fuck each other's feet. I don't
Um,
know though. I don't know.
you know what? On this show, we do not sponsor that message. So just forget that whole thing that Zach said.
Oh, you mean the thing that you said that I repeated?
Um,
That's the thing you're referring to, correct?
Uganda is one of our biggest sponsor, so
Hmm.
we can't. We need money to keep this operation going, obviously.
Hmm.
So we don't want to.
That reminds me. Uh, Fistful of Bourbon is what I'm drinking tonight to kind of get rid of the egg juice. This is made in Uganda.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it doesn't say that here, but I think so.
How would they know about bourbon?
See, even on the back of this, see, this is kind of going against your point here. On the back of it, there's a hand, not a foot. So
Oh,
maybe they
shit.
like fucking hands in Uganda.
I mean, everybody fuck with hands, we all jerk off. So
Uh,
yes, you jerk
I,
off your feet.
I don't I don't know, but I know our fan base pretty well, and a lot of them are too grossed out to touch their wieners or vaginas.
Um, Here's a message to you, Uganda. Uganda love it.
Oh yeah, the show you're gonna to love it.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Uganda, ask another. Have some more advice.
So here's a question from Jimmy Smoltich.
Oh, I know
Think-
Jimmy.
I don't think he's from Uganda based on his
No,
name. Not
no,
being racist, but based on that name, you're not gonna be from Uganda.
he's from Austin. He's an Austin-based stand-up comedian.
Yes. Thanks
Very
for.
nice guy.
His question is: if you fold a slice of pizza in half, does it become a sandwich or a taco?
Ooh, this is I actually have a perfect answer for this, but you go ahead and answer first.
My answer is: if you fold a slice of pizza in half, it
Mhm.
become garbage. So you just throw that shit away.
Huh. Well, you know that there are a lot of people who can't afford to throw away food in this time right now because of coronavirus. Ty, I'm
Yeah,
not trying to step on your advice, but I think now is an important time to tell our viewers don't be wasteful with food.
yeah, especially if you live in you know,
Watch it.
Austin, Texas.
There you go.
Yeah.
I save. Um, oh, that's disgusting.
Why the fuck did you eat that? What was that?
Don't worry about it. Um, my answer is if you fold, is it a slice of pizza or is it a full pizza? Because this is important.
He said a slice of pizza.
Okay, then that's a hot pocket.
A hot pocket?
Yeah, if you did a full pizza, that'd be a calzone.
Oh, hmm. If that's the case, then I retract my statement. It's not garbage. I love hot
Yeah,
pocket.
yeah, hot pockets are great. They also sponsor us.
Yeah.
If you want food that's going to be burning hot lava on the outside, then barely lukewarm on the inside in less than 2 minutes, hot pockets.
Don't you hate it when you microwave a hot pocket? Like it's all hot on the outside, but in like the very middle is cold.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah, that should make you want to throw it away.
Stop telling people to throw away food, Ty.
I mean, I'll give it away to somebody in Austin, Texas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do you think about lean pockets? And then we'll get to the next question.
I have no idea what Neem Pocket is. Is that Hot Pocket on a diet?
It's like hot pockets, but with like maybe 10 to 15 less calories.
That's what I said. I never had it.
Yeah.
I don't need to lose weight.
Yeah, as I've been trying to tell everybody, I've been trying to gain weight. So I've actually been eating fat pockets, which is a hot pocket. This is actually something I invented. It's just a hot pocket. Then you cover it in lard, deep fry it, put it back in the microwave, and then dip it in garlic butter, and that's it. That's a fat
I'm
pocket.
like that goes against what hot pocket is made for. It's not convenient.
See, yeah, you're right, but at a certain point, if you want to gain weight, you have to be inconvenient, and that's the inconvenient truth.
Wow, mind blown.
That's what Al Gore's movie was about. That's why his head's
Yeah.
gotten fatter over the past 10 years.
Dude, if I knew that, I would have voted for Al Gore.
You should have. Were you old enough to vote? How old are you, Ty?
I have no idea. I think I voted for Obama.
That whenever Al Gore was running?
Yeah, was he running against Obama?
Yeah.
Yeah, I voted for Obama, and I was really proud of it too. But now
Me
that
too.
I knew what I know now, I shouldn't have. That's why the plan is
Because
fucked up.
Obama hasn't even gained weight.
You're right. He didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He's eating those lean pocket.
And that's, yep,
Yeah.
that's
Anyway,
true. That's true.
no,
Yes.
we're not trying to get political here because that's going on forever.
Oh, we could talk politics all day, but instead you
No,
should hit
we're
us with
not.
that.
We're not.
I'm just saying, hit us with that third one. Hit us with that
Yeah, I'm
third
gonna hit the
advice.
third one. This one's serious, okay? Way more serious than the previous one. So you need to focus.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what the fuck you just puffed right there, but it better not be weed. Cause we need your
Definitely not. It's a high fructose corn syrup concentrate. Each puff is 130 calories.
Okay. All right. Our next question is from a comedian from Canine. Her name is Cindy Bean. Her question is, how do you find your voice?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's a
for
great
me,
question.
right? I found my voice when I first learned how to speak. Like when I first learned how to speak Vietnamese, I found my voice in Vietnam. And when I learned how to speak English, I found my voice in English. Even though it's different language, it
Mm-hmm.
conveyed the same emotion.
So you're saying that your voice is one of that resonates with you on an emotional level.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. So when
Yeah.
you're saying the stuff you're saying, if you feel it inside, then
Mm-hmm.
that's your voice. If you don't feel it, then you are speaking for somebody else.
That's actually a really good point. I agree with that 100%.
Yep.
Uh, I call it shooting from the genitals.
Huh?
It's a metaphor. I hope it does no wires get crossed here. So essentially, it's a feeling that you get. If you're a man, you get it in your balls. If you're a woman, you get it. I think they have lady balls. If you're transgender, you have it in that area as well. And the whole point is that you just feel it, your truth, and it comes from, I'd say, your pelvis.
Hmm. So
Speak.
you're saying that your truth come from like your baby maker, like between your baby maker?
See, no, I don't think. I think we're getting cross signals here. It's just a matter of your. Maybe that's not. Maybe aura is the better. It's like a. It's tough. It's like a. What's the French word where it's like a. Maybe they can help me out here in the chat. You know what I'm talking
Oval?
about? Penis. Yeah, penis.
Oh, okay, penis.
Hmm. It comes from, and that's a metaphor. It's not like a literal penis.
Yeah, because I mean,
There
female
are
don't know how to find their voice too. If you say the word penis, that give like crisscross
genitals.
genital.
Hmm. I think
Yeah,
I said that earlier.
yeah,
Well, I think I'm mixing my message here, Ty, and I don't mean to. Uh,
yeah.
all
You.
I'm trying to say, point blank, is if you speak your truth, your voice, who you are as a person on a genuine level, you
Yeah.
will probably become sexually aroused in some shape or form.
I mean, that's true. People are attracted to authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yep.
So you're comfortable with your sexuality, then people are gonna flock to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you're confused and people aren't. Cause like, why am I following somebody that doesn't even know what he likes to fuck?
I think we're saying the same things.
I think so too. I think we answered that question really well.
Hmm.
Um, so our next question is from she don't want her name to be known.
I think I know who this is.
Raunchy question, but the question is, should I trade in my dildo for a washing machine?
Huh.
Um,
What's the exchange rate?
I mean,
If you're in Uganda, it's a 1-for-1.
in Uganda, dildo is hard to come by. So, but in
Actually, it's pretty easy to
America,
come by. That's kind of why people buy it. It makes coming easier for them.
well, now you think about it, anything could be used as a dildo.
Elaborate on that.
Like
Unpack that.
you could use this as a dildo if like you just no. I'll take this off. You could use this as a
Somebody in the chat is saying cucumber and watermelon. Ty, explain to the viewers how they could use a fully grown watermelon as a dildo.
If you want to get all holistic with it,
Yeah,
cucumber
I think
or
they're going to be dealing a lot with holes. That's kind of
right,
what this
our
is about.
body's made out of electricity, right? That's proven by Nikola Tesla. So when you
And
do
Nickelodeon.
something with cucumber and watermelon, all like the nutrition there is like electricity. So you eat it and it charges your body. And that's why you masturbate to get charged. You're taking notes?
Yeah, this is yeah, it's
Dude,
hot.
you don't need that. You know all this stuff.
Well, I didn't know the part about the cucumbers and watermelons. I knew that dildos helped people come, and that's great. But I didn't know. I knew that some fruits you could do, like apples, and I knew about apples, but I didn't know about cucumbers and watermelons. And I'm sorry about that.
You know,
Don't use pickles though.
no, here's an advice.
Mm-hmm.
If you are inside a relationship, don't
Mm-hmm.
let your partner use a cucumber or watermelon.
Oh, unpack that. Why not? That sounds like a good idea
Because after
hold
they
on,
use
because
it,
it gets them charged. Is
you
what you
know
said.
why, right? Because
Why?
they say once you go cucumber or watermelon, you can't go back.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about how you'd have to spit out the seeds afterwards.
That too, but that's some stiff competition.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Can you compete with a watermelon?
Mm-hmm.
You can.
Well, it depends what we're talking about.
All watermelons are big. I never seen a small watermelon before.
No, I didn't. I thought you just meant like in a literal sense. Could I compete with them? Like what kind of competition is it? Archery? I could probably beat a watermelon at that.
No, not archery. You know,
Are you asking if?
satisfying your spouse.
Oh, I could definitely. I think I could fuck better than a watermelon. Watermelons are inanimate. They don't have a life force. I think that I could listen better to what my lover wants. Oral sex is still on the table or off the table if they would rather do that on the ground or a bed. But I usually do it on a table.
Well, you must know about this more than me. My last girlfriend dumped me for a watermelon.
Huh.
Yeah, she dumped me for Whole Foods.
Yeah. You left her seedless, so she went to find a fruit with tons of seed.
We're gonna have to cut that part out.
No, I think most of our jokes should be cum-based jokes.
That one hit too close to home.
Yeah.
So let's move on. I don't feel good. I really don't.
Okay. Do we have any more questions?
Yes, we have two more.
Perfect.
This one's from Brian Bogart.
I know Brian.
You know Brian, right?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I've done a couple of his shows. He's a really good showrunner in Austin. He's a good comedian too.
Yes. He moved out to LA. You know that?
Oh, that's not gonna work.
He
I'm
also
kidding, Brian.
in the HBO. His movie got on HBO. It's called Tejano.
Did his movie really get on HBO?
Yeah, it's a movie that he starred in. He played like a fucked up security guard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So check that out on HBO. Tejano is a good movie that he's in.
That means Texan.
You want to? I thought I mean
It's either Texan or Texas in Spanish.
I thought that stands for like a music or something. Tejano music.
Can we get a clarification in the chat? Well, if you just say yes, Tejano, that doesn't. Okay, it means Texan. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm an expert translator.
So his question is, I would like advice on self-motivation and being more productive. And my advice to him is, you made it to HBO. You don't need to do shit anymore.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to do now is not do fucked up shit that will ruin your reputation.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're on HBO, so why do you need to be productive?
Exactly. And I know Brian to be a good person. And I think now is the time to rest on your laurels, get complacent, and slow down so we can catch up with you, because I'd like to be on HBO as well. I really liked The Sopranos.
Yeah, I like The Sopranos.
I haven't seen it yet, but I like the idea of it.
I like the ratings it got. It have critical acclaim ratings.
Yeah, and I whenever I was in choir, I was a soprano.
Oh, okay. So here's an advice on complacent. You want to know what's it like to be complacent? Take a look at Zach's room. That's what complacent is right there.
Yeah.
Look at all the stuff in the background. That's spelled complacent.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, you're right. But in more than one, you're wrong. I wouldn't say I'm complacent, and it's because I don't.
You under your bed, and that shoe was there from the Nash show last week.
It's crazy as I've worn it since after I found it, and then I lost it a couple days ago, and I'm just now seeing it there. But
you have a remote on your bed, and I don't see no TV in your room.
I'm actually, you guys are on my TV right now. I'm looking at you guys on my TV.
Look at all those cups you have on there. What the fuck? Are you an alcoholic?
I mean, I don't think that's something you should joke about, but yes.
You're not at that level yet to become an alcoholic. You're not on HBO. You're not on YouTube.
I did open for the Sklar brothers.
Well, now you're doing a show with me, so.
Yeah. So I just keep on rising. I'm on the up and up.
Well, I can't hate on you.
Can't get complacent.
I
met Mark Maron once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did he say anything to you?
Yeah, he said, "Hey, good hat."
Were you wearing the same hat?
It was a different hat.
What did it say?
It had a picture of Mark Maron on it.
I mean, isn't that kind of like?
It was a Houston Astros hat, but I just put like a Polaroid of Mark Maron on it. So, I mean, you say HBO show, I'd mention that hat. I think those scales are balanced, but do we have any more advice to give to the fans?
One more question. This one is serious, okay? So we need to stay focused. This one is from Marcus Wilson. This question is, got any tips on releasing attachment to past negative emotions? So you can reflect on events more objectively.
Mm-hmm.
He used a lot of hard word in that question. So could you break it down?
I can boil it down to what the question really is.
Boil it down to me.
How do you get over past trauma and use it as a way to not look back on the past, but rather reshape yourself and how you're going to act in the future?
You know, this is a good time to bring up our sponsor, The Amor Amaretto.
What does it say?
Forget all your past drama.
Yeah, The Amor. And also Fistful of Bourbon. But I think we need to answer Marcus's question genuinely here. Because
alcohol is not the answer. It's never the answer.
It is not the answer.
Yeah. so many people mess their knife up on alcohol.
Yeah, and your room can get messy.
Oh yeah, room could definitely get messy.
But
But
how do you use past trauma, look at it objectively as a way to reflect and move on with your life?
okay, it's all
Yeah.
about perspective, right? If you think your past drama is holding
Mhm,
you back, then you're inside victim mentality. With
mhm.
a victim mentality, you feel like the world is out to get you. But if you change your perspective and you see your drama as a way for you to evolve, once you get past that drama, you could use that drama to help other people that have the same drama.
I agree with that. And let's use an arbitrary example here. Let's talk about like somebody, maybe you're in a relationship and somebody dumped you, and you've spent a good portion of time trying to correct what they did wrong in the relationship in your head to kind of justify why you were on the right side of the breakup and they were on the wrong side. That's the incorrect way to look at it, because you can never change somebody's uh, way of being. You shouldn't want to.
Yeah.
And whenever you start to reflect and say, not how can I change what they did or how could I rectify what they did, what could I do better so I don't put myself in the same position? And how do I make myself a better person to deserve something better than what happened to me before? And once you start to look at it that way, trauma no longer becomes this uh, thing holding you back to the past and causing resentment and making yourself be angry at other people, but rather it becomes a introspective device that you can use to shape yourself to become a better person. Because I've heard this expression, I don't know where it came from, but having resentment towards somebody is like holding hot coal in your hand and hoping it burns them. But in reality, you should just put the coal down because it's going to burn your hands and you won't have fingerprints anymore.
But then you could get away with crimes if you don't have fingerprint.
See, that's another thing. Uganda told us specifically not to mention that we condone people committing crimes.
Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
But I like how you break it down. And like you took everything that I was gonna say and then you explain it.
Thank you. I tried really hard. It does look like we have time for one more question. This one comes from the audience.
Okay.
What if your roommates won't clean up after themselves? How do you get them to clean up? Just before we get started, hey, don't ask my roommates. I'm fucking shit faced.
Alright. What if your roommate won't clean up after themselves?
Hmm.
You let them watch a documentary on the ocean, how ocean life is affected by pollution. And humans, we're made of what? 99% water.
Skin,
So we're
water.
like the ocean ourselves. So you walk inside your room and you see like coke can everywhere. Guess what? It's gonna lower down like your fresh air and everything. Yeah.
And
Like
kind of to go off of what you said, after they see the documentary, say, hey, let's go to Long John Silver's, have some fish,
yeah,
offer to pay for it. And if they see that you buy them a meal, maybe they'll clean up.
yeah.
And maybe they'll start eating more fast food and making less dishes, start making less dishes.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, that seems like a pretty good deal. Plus, if they just like have fast food bags around, like even if you have to clean up after them, that's just like moving something to the trash can.
Oh yeah, that shit is so easy. And you could use the fast food bag as like napkins and shit for your
Hmm.
hands.
Or toilet paper, whatever. I mean, we're in
Or
a,
toilet
it's a
paper.
weird time we live
Yeah,
in.
you're right. Toilet
Yeah,
paper.
you can just shit directly in the bag.
You can.
Yeah, probably more nutritional than what you actually put in your fucking face.
And you save money on
Uh,
water
t-
for
and
brushing
toilet
your
paper.
toilet. Yeah.
And then you could go light that bag on fire at a neighbor's house, knock
Yeah.
on the door, and then open it. Don't run away and just go, hey, I'm sorry about this. I just thought this would be funny. And then just walk away.
Yeah. Very sound advice. Well, I think that's it for our advice section. We gave out like a lot of good stuff for free.
We
Like
really
this
did.
type of shit that you have to pay $500 to fly to Costa Rica and attend a Tony Robbins convention, like a
Hmm.
5 day Tony Robbins convention, and you got that shit in like 40 minutes. We only been live for 40 minutes.
Because we're about saving you money. And the best way we could do that for you is to tell you what you should spend your money on so you could be more cost effective in your day-to-day life. And the best way for us to do that, Ty, is this next segment that we like to call Ty Before You Buy, where you review products that you've come across that you really like. And I would also I'll do the same at the end of the segment. But if you want to go ahead and kick us off here and tell us about some of the products you've come across lately.
Okay. So I was browsing the Asian supermarket today because they don't give a shit about wearing a mask. And you know how I feel about masks. Mask doesn't show your authenticity. And I like to be myself when I go out. That's why I went to the Asian market. So I pick up the tofu kimchi snack. And I'm gonna try it out. So I'm gonna let you know if this is worth buying. This is my first time having it.
Before you take a bite, can you inform the viewers what kimchi is?
Kimchi is a spicy thing that Korean eats.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to Korean restaurant, it's like pickles. But
is it the Korean jalapeno?
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, Mexican have jalapeno. Caucasian have pickle. Korean have kimchi.
So wait,
it's the same shit with different like.
The spicy thing for Caucasians is pickles.
I think so. Who else is claiming that?
I don't think that anybody's claiming that as a spicy food.
No, it's more like an aftertaste. Like something like you eat your meal and then you eat pickle, or you eat your meal and then you.
You're right. Caucasians eat pickles for dessert.
Yeah.
After a good steak, I like to chase it with a dill pickle.
Kind of like hot and tangy. So kimchi, you eat a lot of it, you sweat from it because it's pretty spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, tell us what it tastes like. Give us the old taste-a-rooney.
So it's tofu kimchi. I wonder what's tofu about it. It looks like a pork rinds.
What's tofu about it? Probably that it's not meat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's probably made with tofu.
I'm gonna eat it. Wow.
Uh-oh, the double dip. Look at that. That's good form in the chewing.
So the best way to describe it is pork rind with sweet kimchi flavor, tangy kimchi flavor.
And in case you're wondering, kimchi is it's a pickle, right?
Yeah. I recommend the real kimchi, but you don't have time for that, and you like the kimchi taste, then this snack is for you. Because it's crunchy, it's flavorful, and
it's as close as you can get to being a pickle without being a pickle.
Yeah, and it said tofu on it. But me personally, I give this 6 out of 10.
Six out of 10.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
If you like kimchi, then it's 10 out of 10 for you. I like kimchi, but not that much to put on a chip.
That sounds good, buddy. Do you have anything else you wanted to recommend for the fans?
Another one I picked up is baked potato cheddar barbecue flavor, and it's also a product at the Asian market.
Okay.
You see
is it a chip?
They're trying to make it cute and shit for the kids.
That's Chicken Little.
Oh, really?
That's Zach Braff, yeah.
Damn. It didn't say nothing about Chicken Little. You think that's a copyright issue?
I do, but since never mind. Just tell. Is it a chip or is it a cookie? I can't tell from.
It said cracker. It said baked potato cracker, and I hope that word is not offensive to.
No offense taken. None taken.
I'm gonna open it up.
I come from a long line of baked potatoes. It's packaged like Oreos.
Oh wow, the package is like twice. Wow. Now I'm like a fucking
Remember that speech you went on about caring about the ocean earlier?
Yeah, these people do not give a fuck about the environment.
Yeah.
So off the top, they lose 2 stars out of 10. So the highest they could get is an 8 for like not giving a fuck about the environment.
That'll
This
show them to give them an 8 out of 10.
I have to open it twice.
Hey, there might be another bag inside of there. Maybe it's like a Russian doll situation.
Oh wow. Look at that. It's like Pringles.
It does look like Pringles.
It's like fucking Pringles.
It looks like if you took like a hard shell taco and cracked it in half.
You're right. It looks like fucking, yeah.
It looks like somebody's already taken a few bites out of those.
I actually broke it when I pulled it out. I cracked it.
That sounds like a packaging issue.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's fuck up packaging. You know how we talking about earlier about the roommate not cleaning up in the ocean and the whale and shit?
I do remember that. It was very recent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking people don't care, man.
People don't give a shit.
Don't give a fuck about the number one important thing. The
Fish.
Earth. Yeah.
Fish.
Yeah. So I'm gonna eat it.
The banned fish. Oh, he's going back.
So one of these tastes like 2 chips. Like you eat 2 Nate chip. So it's kind of thick.
A thick chip.
Yeah.
Kind of like a cracker. Like a wafer of sorts.
I don't know why it said barbecue. It tastes nothing like barbecue. Do Chinese people even know what barbecue is?
I'm not going to touch that.
It does not taste like barbecue.
Well, barbecue is a very broad term. You might be familiar with Texas barbecue, but there are barbecues that vary in consistency, range, taste, in all different countries across the planet.
In Nate chip, like when you buy a Nate's potato chip, it tastes
like that's American barbecue, which there are 2 different kinds of. Chinese barbecue could be like maybe they modeled after a baked potato. I don't know.
It's hard to describe the taste. It's
give it a rating, buddy.
It seems like they just sprinkle some salt on it. I would give this a 4.
Okay, so you would have given it a 6 if not for the packaging.
Yeah, and I have a strong hint of eggs in it.
Hey, I'm all about that. Cheers to that.
Yeah, you might not get.
I'm going to talk about my recommendation now before I get too drunk to remember. My recommendation this week is Family Business Beer Co. Specifically the flavor, the brew Cosmic Cowboy, which is an American IPA. An IPA stands for India Pale Ale. So it's an American India Pale Ale, which doesn't make a lick of sense to me. But this beer sucks. It's not very good. I would say it tastes like if you could melt down like a cracker, like a saltine, and then just like dilute it with some water, and then throw some hops in there, and have a bottle of vodka, whisper out the word alcohol into it, then you get Cosmic Cowboy. 1 star out of 7.
You just described this chip right here. That's exactly what it tastes like. I couldn't put in words.
I'm just really good at words. I mean, that's why you hired me.
Yeah, that's why you're good with words. You have a way with words.
Thank you. I think it's time for the segment, the next one, which is corn streaming. where I talk about a movie that I'm recommending, a TV show that I'm recommending, and then a miscellaneous thing that you can do in your free time that I'm also recommending. Now, first up for the movie, I'm going to talk about the X-Files movie, specifically the one on the bottom, which is called I Want to Believe. Now, this is the second movie that came out after the 9th season of the X-Files. Now, this movie, it's bad. It's a really bad movie. I hated it. I thought that it did a lot of disservice to all the characters that I came to know and love in the past 10 days that I've watched the 11 seasons and 2 movies of the show. I formed a real emotional attachment to Molly and Skolder, and the skin 80 Skinner, and the cigarette smoking man, which I think that they made it in 2020. They should have called it the vaping man. But I think the movie, it had it touched on some things that I didn't really like to see. Like there was a lot of snow. They were out. I give it 1 star out of 10. If I had too long, didn't read, 1 star out of 10. Too much snow for my taste, which is exactly why I stopped going to cocaine parties. Now, secondly, I have a TV show I'm recommending. It's based on the graphic novel Watchmen, and the show is by the same name. It's also called Watchmen. But after some Googling, I did find that women can watch it too. In fact, there are a lot of strong female leads in the show. Most of the show is very driven by strong female leads, and it deals with a lot of current issues that we're facing in not only America but in the world today. And I think it's one of the best shows I've seen this week, and I give it 10 stars out of 10.
I saw the movie.
The movie sucked.
The movie sucked? I love the movie.
I think the movie it was too long, and my TV at the time didn't have sound on it, so maybe that was the issue, but I didn't like it. I give the movie, this is a free one for you guys, 1 star out of 10. It's the X-Files movies of real movies. Now, my miscellaneous recommendation is a video game that I played recently. It came out Friday of this past week, and I've completed it as of yesterday. It's The Last of Us Part 2. Now, here's the thing. You would need to play the first one first, but The Last of Us 2 takes place about 4 years after the original. And it's a lot of fun. The gameplay's good. It deals with a lot of current social issues. It has strong female leads. I don't want to. I think that right now, a lot of the part about the game right now that people are worried about are spoilers. Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. The only thing I'm going to tell you is that you shoot with R2 and you crouch with circle, and that seemed pretty. That was news to me. I would have been mad if I would have found that out, but it seems after Googling, a lot of people wouldn't have issues with knowing that crouching is circle. Now, I see that the reviews for the game critically it's a success, but however, a lot of the fan reviews are negative reviews, and I want to tell those people stop it. It's a good game. I give it 9 out of. I give it 8 stars. It's a good game.
I don't play games, so I appreciate your recommendation. So,
thanks, man. Do you have anything that you want to recommend?
Yeah. So I recommend if you're looking for more Zoom show, this show is a part of our Big Naff comedy family. Tomorrow at 8
Hell yeah, dude.
we have Beep Out with Carter Anderson. That's tomorrow, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Right after that is Wait, What? With Nuke Severance on Wednesday at 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
And on Thursday, we have Triple Threat at 8 p.m. So check all those shows out. Check them out.
As somebody that's watched all of those shows quite a bit, I could say a lot. 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
I like them.
yeah, they're very well curated. Kind of like this show. It's very well put together.
It's very well put together, and everything that happens is very planned. There are no accidents. So I give our show 10 out of 10.
Also, I want to say that if you want to donate, we have a Venmo you can donate to, and the proceeds from the show is going toward racial injustice for the Black Lives Matter cause that's going on right now. So if you want to donate to that, you can.
If you're a good person, you will.
Yeah. The donation page, somebody's gonna post it.
And
So.
yeah, that'll be posted at the end, I do believe. And just so you know, I have I had it in my ear from our producer that if you did watch the show and you did not donate, we will have that information on our end.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have nothing to worry about.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, perfect. I think that concludes our show.
Yeah.
Just in summation, with all the advice that you gave and all the points that we made together, I think that to sum it up into one phrase,
Mhm.
if I can, play The Last of Us 2. And I think we have a little bit of a teaser
I
coming
think
up.
Sony paid you under the table for that plug right there.
It's actually a
Talk
Naughty
about
Dog
that
game.
afterward. We'll talk about that. We're not going to talk about it right now,
Of
but
course.
you
You know what we should talk about before we wrap up? Not to use a pun intended, before we wrap up, we do want to talk about how me and Ty have some beef with each other, and we're going to settle that the old-fashioned way, how they did in the Wild West. We're going to have a rap battle one of these days soon. I'm going to be Will Smith. You'll be Tommy Lee Jones.
Could be next week.
Could be next week. Could be a couple weeks from now.
Could be,
But
yeah. I mean, I know you're good with words.
Mm-hmm. I am.
You know who's better.
I do. It's me.
I
I have a degree in words. I have a word degree.
You have a Word degree?
Mm-hmm.
Have you used Microsoft Word?
No, whenever I graduated college, the dean of our college fist bumped me and just said, "Word, man."
Did he say word when I get Z at the end of the tone? Words?
No, it was
Okay,
just
then.
word.
Not legit.
Yeah. But anyways, I had a lot of fun, and again, thank you for letting me do this. I personally, on a personal note, your advice has helped me a lot, especially over these past couple of days. Ever since the lock to my apartment, it's on the fritz again, and I can't get out. So this is fun. It's almost like going out and seeing people without the real joy or the sunshine of it all.
All right. Nice way to put it. And thank you everybody for tuning in. And I hope everybody that asked question got good advice. And we never want to steer you the wrong way. And this show is made with your interest, your best interest in mind. That's all I gotta say.
Of course, and I second that. And I'm also second on the call sheet and the billing sheet. I'm second in command here. I know that. I know my place.
Stay in your place.
Will do, buddy. I think we're gonna go ahead and yeah. Bye, guys. That was a lot of fun. I'm gonna go try to break out of my apartment.